Hello, hello. Ooh, which side is that? That side? Ah. That's what I get for not checking my green screen. Let me just slide myself over here. So, hello. So, we're going to play more King's Quest tonight. I made up the progress that I accidentally screwed up last night. And, actually didn't take very long when you actually just sit there and click through the dialogue. It's really actually a short bit of gameplay that I lost, but the dialogue is just so lengthy. I guess that's what you get for these point-and-click adventures, you know, a good story and all that. But, basically I'm ready to pick up where Nightmare is and head back to the Realm of the Dead and hopefully not die this time. So, in terms of anything coming up on a regular schedule, I still don't know. I've got one more week of things kind of being a bit haphazard, and we'll see where things go. But yeah, as always, just keep an eye on Twitter, because I'll announce things there if I definitely don't plan on streaming, or if I know what I'm going to do, or even if I get back to the regular schedule. So I do want to get back to that, because those are great games that I want to play. It's just getting some other things orchestrated first before doing so, because those games on that schedule take a lot of me by comparison to this, and that may not be something that is commonly understandable, but that's just how I feel. Like, it takes... I'm not going to sit here and wax philosophic. The long and short of it is, keep an eye on Twitter, and I will let you guys know when things get back to normal. Yar. Hey, Majinx. Well, Sunday is a day that I want to get back into regularly, and moving forward with some things, it will be a day that is going to be part of the regularness. So yeah. Yeah, streaming on a Sunday is happening again. I just wanted to finish up King's Quest. I don't want to sit here and let it sit. I want to play it. So we're going to play it. In fact, it's time to play it. Okay, I got to start the game. That worked well. Quality graphics. And traffic outside. Wonderful. Yeah, water's supposed to freeze on the road, ding dong. Slow down. Anyway, so restore. Okay, so Making It Rain was the restore that we had for where I screwed up, but I replayed up to this point here so we can charm Nightmare.
Alexander holds the skull out to Nightmare.
And when I get to the realm of the dead...
Nightmare is unmoved by the skull, at least in its current
I forgot
state.
I have to read the friggin' book. When we get back to the realm of the dead, I'm going to save, though. Nope. What did you do that for? I thought that was a page turn. Okay, magic paint. Oh, that is like a really... Yeah, really small. Make rain. Charming a creature of the night.
Alexander solemnly speaks the incantation over the skull.
Creature of night, to me succumb. Fire and brimstone leave thee numb. Purity bind thee like a chain, to do whate'er I now ordain.
Come hither.
Nightmare flares her nostrils at the scent of the fire and brimstone.
That's it. Come on. I need passage to your homeland, fiery
Do
one.
it.
Unable to resist the power of the enchanted
pull my
smell,
keyboard out a bit so I can reach
Nightmare
my mouse without
approaches
stretching.
Alexander. Her eyes appear glassy and sightless. In her hypnotized state, she is unaware of the humans so close to her flank, or of anything at all except that marvelous smell.
Rotten eggs and used fire.
Now ride!
Coals. Just... And back to the realm of the dead. Where I'm going to save, hopefully in such a way that I don't end up dying.
Nightmare deposits Alexander on a strange, cold world. And some of the inhabitants don't look too friendly.
Okay. Save. Hey, Metalhead, how you doing, man? Let's just go ahead and save over the Mr. Dead. That was a Mr. Ed pun for the fact that it was a horse. I am way ahead of my time, what can I say? Can I actually talk to you guys, or...
Who are you, grieving spirits?
I
Yes.
am Queen Ilaria
There
of
we
the
go.
land of the Green Isles, and this beloved spirit is my husband, King Califan. We were murdered in our beds by our trusted Vizier. Like a viper, he snuck in during the night and stabbed us in our sleep. Now
That
my
sounds awesome,
husband's
dude.
soul is broken, and he will not speak.
Then you are the ones I seek. Are you not the parents of Princess Cassima?
Our daughter! Have you news of the princess?
I know that she is alive and safely back in her kingdom after being rescued from Mordak. But I'm afraid I have not personally seen her. Alhazred is keeping her in her room in mourning for you.
I am glad to hear of her return, but she will not be safe alone with that devil. Oh, that we could be there to protect her.
Cassima, how I fail thee.
My poor husband will never rest while our murder goes unavenged.
Hello.
And our daughter is in danger.
I came to take you back with me. Your people are still loyal to you. They need to know about the Wazir. Cassima needs you too.
But this is the realm of the dead. We cannot leave it. Nor, for that matter, can you. The only one who might be able to return us all to the land of the living is the Lord of the Dead. But he would never help us. He has no mercy.
I might be
Oh,
able
yeah.
to convince him. I must try.
Then take this. It is my ticket to the underworld. There you will find the Lord of the Dead. I cannot use the ticket as long as I'm chained here. And if we cannot be avenged, I will never be unchained.
Thank you. Perhaps it will save us all.
Be careful, young man. If you can ease my husband's torment and help our daughter, we will be most grateful.
Don't go flipping tables
I will
already.
do my best. Goodbye, Queen Ilaria.
Okay, stay away from the zombies. I really don't trust you. So let me save. Dead lady. Don't delete.
Why do you not rest, sad spirit?
Rest? I cannot rest. My son is lost.
Lost? You mean in this realm?
No. His spirit is stuck in the land of the living, probably looking for me. But I cannot leave to go show him the way. My poor Ali.
Is there anything I can do?
Take this
At least the name of the
handkerchief.
bookkeeper. Or the
If you get back to
book
the land
salesman.
of the living and find him, tell him that his mother is waiting for him here. By this kiss, he'll be able to find his way to the
That's the
realm
only
of the
Ali I
dead.
know.
I'll do my best to find
Well,
him.
have a good night.
Thank you. Oh, my Ali.
Thank you for popping in to say hi. Zombie. Is the speed still set high? Yeah, it is. Okay, let me set it more to a realistic. I like a realistic walking speed. I know this place.
The skeleton to the left of the path hands something to the spirits that approach the underworld entrance.
Ticket, please. Next.
I've been here far too many times for other reasons.
Alexander picks up the two bones on the ground. Now, what do these bones remind him of?
Ah, yes. Now I remember.
The skeletons are overcome with the musical call of the bones. They begin to jiggle, then to dance.
Spooky, scary skeletons. Yeah, there you go. Get it. I forgot about this part. I'm gonna need that key.
Alexander finishes his tune, and the skeletons resume their posts. Despite their frolic, they don't seem any friendlier. Alexander picks up the skeleton key.
I have a ticket.
Oh, on. Next.
I got a golden ticket. It doesn't look like a chocolate factory. Oh, heck. I forgot about this part. Ah!
Apparently, Alexander's not the only one who's curious about the body on the path. Alexander takes the knight's black gauntlet and examines the writing on it. Flesh may cross the portal and seek its master, death. Flesh may go where death is trod, and challenge, like Scheherazade, he who reigns beneath the sod, to spare a
I
mortal's
love the writing in this game.
Zounds, that sounds serious. The ribbon is so old, it would crumble at Alexander's touch.
Okay.
Alexander has no need for the old armor. He decides to leave the knight's remains as undisturbed as possible. A knight's remains lie abandoned on the path. The knight, like Alexander, must have been alive when he entered the underworld, but for some reason he never reached his destination. Alexander wonders if this is the knight the druid spoke of.
Could be, could be. Excuse me, buddy.
Charon stands in his boat, eternal ferryman of the dead. Alexander can't quite make out what's under Charon's cowl, and he's not sure he would want
It's
to.
probably for the best. I got this. I got this.
Will these coins do as fare for passage?
Charon accepts the fare and waves Alexander onto the boat.
This is all about Alexander trying to meet up with a girl he met for 3 hours. Basically. Oh, this door is a riddle door. Hold on, let me save. I hope I can do this. Let me save here before I walk up to it and get stuck.
Alexander reaches out to open the
Quality
gate.
animation warning.
Suddenly, the wood trembles beneath his fingertips.
Seriously, that's fantastic.
What touch has awakened my sleep?
Tony J. How many rolls do you have in this
smell
game,
the
dude?
blood of a mortal. Reach out thine hand again, fleshy human, that I might devour it. It has been centuries since I last ate.
Oh, you want a hand to eat? Here.
I have this gauntlet.
That has naught to do with me, human.
Despite his fear, Alexander summons his bravest voice to command the living gate.
I would pass, gate. I have business with your master.
My master and thine, human. I would be pleased to introduce thee. Only step forward and thou shalt meet him shortly.
No, thank you. I come to meet the Lord of the Dead with my flesh
Kick him in the
still
nose.
intact.
And why should I let you past, human, when I would much rather eat you?
I have been told that there is a way for humans to enter Death's realm. There must be something I can do. Some task that will allow me to pass through your doors.
Yeah, kick him in the nose.
I seem to recall something. A trick. Perhaps a test. Yes. Should a human try to pass, a riddle is Gates' wont to ask.
A riddle it is, then.
And if thou wouldst fail to answer Gate, his thirsty jaws will be
See,
thy
you should have included that
fate.
before I said yes.
Agreed.
Listen as though it meant thy life then, human, for it surely
Thrown it at other
does.
challenges. Yeah.
My first is foremost legally. My second circles outwardly. My third leads all in victory. My fourth twice ends a nominee. My whole is this gate's only key.
My first is foremost legally. My second circles outwardly. My third leads all in victory. My fourth twice ends a nominee. My whole is this gate's only
Okay,
key.
that's actually a really easy riddle. My first is foremost legally. It's the first letter of legally. L. My second circles outwardly. O. My third leads all in victory. V. My fourth twice ends in nominee. E.
The answer is love.
Ah, thou traitor of the mortal plane! How didst thou guess love? That riddle should never have been solved. Love is unknown in this realm.
Love cannot be banished, even from this place. There are spirits still pining of it on the surface above. Still less can it be banished from my heart.
Enough! Burden me not with thy poetry. Pass through, and quickly, before I change my mind.
On top of that, your riddle really had nothing to do with love. It was more of an English structure kind of thing. Okay, just in case I do this wrong. I've made too many save games. But we're past all of these things and it's fine. Yeah, that's enough for now. So, Death's Throne.
Excuse me.
Demon, thank you for the host.
The shrouded
Very much
guards
appreciated.
escort Alexander to the throne of the Lord of the Dead.
Why have you entered my domain, still wearing your flesh?
Good, I like it.
If you are
it fits
so
well.
anxious for death, you might have found it easily enough in the land of the living. But since you are here, you are most welcome to stay. Kiss my hand, and you will be one with the spirits. There will be
Go all
no
right, Demon. How you
pain.
doing? I challenge thee.
I did not come here to die, but to demand my right of challenge. I respectfully challenge thee, death, by throwing down this gauntlet. Man may pass the portal and seek its master, death. Man may pass where death has trod, and challenge like Scheherazade, he who reigns beneath the sod, to spare a mortal's breath.
He has the gauntlet!
Impossible! He challenges death.
There are only 2 guards and no one else here. Who are those
you
voices?
to challenge death?
A man of flesh is all I need to
Name's
be, my
Alexander.
lord.
And what is it that you
My
seek
hobby is
with
screwing up
this
everybody else's
challenge?
lives for the sake of my own.
The soul of some dead maiden?
I seek the souls of King Califim and Queen Ilaria, the land of the Green Isles.
You would save 2 human souls and emerge alive from this realm yourself? That shall be a difficult challenge indeed.
Just a second, and I'll try to explain
The
that a little
tomb
bit. I
does
think I know
not
what's going on.
open its doors lightly.
Either all three of us leave, or none go.
Very well. Then let me think of an appropriate task. Ah, yes. I have it now. Your challenge is
Bake
this.
me a cookie. Oh.
For thousands of years, I have sat upon this throne. I have heard every sad tale that can be told by human lips. I have seen tragedies that ended empires, injustices that defy reason, love that would light the very stars turn cold and hard. I have seen torments that cannot possibly be borne, and yet must be, for centuries. This thing I have never done. I have never shed a tear. Make me cry, thou man of flesh. That is my challenge.
Make death
Kick him in the
cry?
shins!
Sooner could he turn sea to stone.
Or fire twice.
Tony, stop voicing everything.
If your existence has been all that you say it has, then truth alone shall be my sword.
The mirror's surface swirls with darkness for a moment, then fills with images even blacker. Reflections of despair, of wailing souls, of shackles colder and more immutable than any forged by man, of a world of thirsts that can never be quenched. Alexander feels the mirror tremble in his grasp, and is glad that he cannot see its face. But the Lord of the Dead is transfixed to the mirror, to the screening of his life. Things long forgotten are once more uncovered. His enslavement to this throne while still a man, the years of watching misery and horror and growing ever more numb to it, the seep of his own humanity, the slow growth of a new thing altogether which became that which he is now. His is an existence that has no possibility of redemption, no end. The surrounding spirits draw away in pain. The truth is so sharp it stabs, so intense it sears.
How can they see it?
Take it away. Make it stop.
I saw a tear.
The mirror of truth cracks from the strain, and death sheds a single gray
Shoot.
tear.
Truth is indeed a terrible thing. I have worn this mantle for so long, I had forgotten its dreadful weight. You shall take the souls and leave as I agreed. You have been granted to stay from this inevitable reality. I almost envy you. Find the souls he has claimed, and bring them to me.
Yeah, see, only 2 guards and no one else in the room. Who were the other voices? The skulls behind
and
him?
Queen Alaria, I presume. Your hero has won you a few more years of mortality. May your souls be more prepared for their rest when you return.
Thank you, my lord. I hope that they will.
And you, man of flesh, my steed shall take the 3 of you back to the land of the living. Tell her where it is you wish to go.
I'm going to Disneyland. Oh, wait.
Until we meet again, then, I assure you, we will meet again.
No offense, my lord, but I hope that will be many long years from now.
It is never as long as you might wish, mortal. Now, Begone.
Yes, my lord.
But yeah, the extension thing is something that Twitch has been doing for a while with the web, and they moved it to mobile. Basically, if a streamer has an extension installed, you can interact with it on their stream. And I have the Streamlabs extension installed, so things like earning extra points for the various things and participating in other things should all be a possibility.
Are you coming, Majesty?
Alhazred's treachery must be handled carefully, Alexander. Alari and I must go gather our allies and form a plan. Watch over Casima. Make sure she comes to no harm. We will return as soon as we can to take back all that has been stolen from us.
I will keep her safe until your return.
Thank you, son. Your love for our daughter must be deep indeed for you to have undertaken death itself for our sakes.
Indeed. May we succeed in what awaits us, and live long together as a family.
Okay. So I have bested death, brought Casima's parents back to life. Now I need to get into the castle. And there's a couple ways to do that, but the way that I know gets me the most points is doing that third spell we haven't done yet. Oh, we gotta do this. We gotta do this. Old lamp. Actually, let me talk to you first.
Good day, peddler.
Good day, sir. If you would like to get one of my fine new lamps, I'll need an old lamp in trade.
Isn't it a rather bad business? Taking old lamps and giving new lamps in exchange?
Well, there's always a chance that I'll find a genie. If I had a genie, I'd be richer than a king. Besides, there's always a roaring business in antique luminaries.
Cool. Well, here, have this one. I'm done with it.
Excuse me, peddler, but I have an old lamp that might interest you.
Ah, an old lamp.
Oh no!
What a nice
no! I just remembered
traditional
something.
design, too. Take your pick of my new lamps. Ah, a fine choice, my son. Here is
I gotta check the spell
new
book.
lamp. Good day, and I thank you, sir.
Good day.
Oh, I gotta check the spell book. We might have to restore, and I will quickly click through the death scene again. But we gotta go back.
Drat! Another dud.
Sorry, dude. At least you don't blame me for that. Okay. River Styx water. Ah, damn it. Okay. Middle door. Dead lady. No, we gotta restore this one here. Okay.
Alexander wishes to comfort the tormented.
Don't touch her, talk to her.
Why do you not...
I have done all this. So yes, I will find your son in the land of the living and give him your handkerchief. I'm gonna keep the speed up.
The skeleton to the left of the path hands something to the spirits that approach the underworld entrance.
What's torturous about it, Jinx?
Please.
Not a fan of the game?
Next.
Because this is a game I grew up on.
Alexander picks...
Plus we get to watch the skeletons dance again. So, I mean, win-win.
The skeletons are overcome with the musical call of the bones. They begin to jiggle, then to dance.
You can dance if you want to. Anyway. Sorry. I just love all the silly things they slip in this game. Oop.
Alexander finished.
Give me that.
Alexander picked.
Okay, and
I have it.
Oh,
I already made the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory jokes. That doesn't help any. Molested by a ghost.
Apparently, Alexander's not the only one who's curious about the body on the path.
Oh, you redeemed something, huh? What did you redeem?
Alexander takes the knight's black gauntlet and examines
I
the
didn't
writing
get any
on
kind of
it.
message or anything.
Flesh may cross
Yep.
the portals.
Oh.
Alexander.
Okay, I got the gauntlet. Okay. I don't even remember what I set up for the rewards.
Alexander scoops a little of the river Styx into the teacup with the swamp ooze, being careful not to get any of the black water on his skin.
It's a feather we've had since the beginning of the game.
The realm of the dead is a very dangerous place. There's no time for that here.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay.
I must see the Lord of the Dead.
Charon apparently has rules as strict as those of
Will these...
Charon accept.
But yeah, if you were able to redeem something, then that means the points that you earn for watching me are actually usable now. I just didn't get a notification on anything you may have redeemed, so I don't know if I have to follow through with anything or if you're just good to go. Door.
Alexander reaches out to open the gate. Suddenly,
I just love Tony J's voice,
what touch has awakened my sleep?
though.
despite his fear,
I would... No. I have... Agreed.
my first is foremost legally. My second,
The answer... Love...
Okay. Now that I have the River Styx water, I'm good.
Excuse...
the shroud.
Why?
I...
Why?
Have at thee.
I did not...
He
A man of... I...
for the sewer.
There's nothing that
Nothing that can help me now, except, you know, this mirror.
If you're...
the mirror outfit is
True fight. King.
Thank you.
Okay, now I'm good. Now I'm good.
Until we meet again then.
No. Yeah.
It was the River Styx water I needed. Now I can put together the last spell and get into the castle the way that I want to.
Are you coming, Mac?
Yeah, you guys are good.
I-
I'll see you later, Mom and Pop. Bye! Okay, so this is actually a feather from Nightmare.
Alexander dips the large black feather into the teacup and stirs the contents gently.
Pick a card.
To his amazement, the jet black color of the feather slowly drains from end to tip into the teacup. The teacup mixture blackens and thickens to a paint-like consistency. Alexander carefully puts it away, discarding the drained feather.
Okay, so that's done. That is what I needed. Old lamps for new. I don't even remember what that key is for.
Excuse me, peddler, but I have
It's a
an
skeleton
old
key. It
lamp
might
that
actually
might
just work
interest you.
on anything. Because it came from a skeleton.
An old lamp.
Yep,
And
we've heard all this. Okay, so we need to pick this blue one, because that's what looks like Shamir's lamp, which Alexander shouldn't rightfully know, but thanks to the whole, us seeing it in a
fine
cutscene.
choice, my son. Here is good day.
Good day.
There's also one point in the game where Shamir poses as that old man, and you gotta be really careful when you talk to him. Freaking Shamir.
Drat. Another
Sorry, dude.
dud.
Alright, let's go see my favorite pawn shop owner.
Good day, Prince Alexander.
Man, I wish you had like a proper name. Let me give you the tinderbox back.
Would you mind if I traded this in?
Of course, Prince Alex. Please choose something in exchange for the items on the counter.
Alexander looks closely at the items on the counter to make his selection.
Paintbrush.
I think I'd like the painter's brush.
Very good, Prince Alex. The painter's brush it is. May your painting go well. Feel free to bring back the brush at any time.
Thank you.
See his Jollo back. Nope.
Hello. I
That is
will
the
be
only
right
Ali
up.
that I know.
Now, what can I do for you?
I'm gonna make you cry, buddy.
Alexander might have a hard time trying to explain that ghost handkerchief.
How fare you, merchant?
Quite well, thank you. I just finished a wonderful book on geological
You're the
rock
only Ali I know.
formations. Fascinating.
How fare...
Business could be better. Too many people are losing interest in reading these days. It is a sign of the
So I
times.
guess Ali's a common name around here?
Alexander is carrying the Mother Ghost's translucent handkerchief. Touching the ghost handkerchief gives Alexander a strong mental impression of the Mother Ghost worriedly searching for her lost son. That
Yeah.
object...
Okay,
The skeleton key is made out of small bones. The skeleton key feels a bit bony.
I would hope so. Okay, that's where I got the hair from. Note. Okay, that is for something to distract Shamir later. I want to solve this sideline with the ghost kid, but I don't remember. Oh. What do you want, Draco? What?
Oh, it's you. Come on in. How goes it, Alexander?
What do you want?
What else can you tell me?
Let's see. The Isle of Wonders.
All you do is tell me about... Can you tell me anything about this?
Would you be at all interested in this?
Nah, what need is a poor dry-docked ferryman for that?
Let him out.
Well, thanks again for your hospitality.
You're always welcome, Alexander. Come back anytime.
Well, if I can't figure the ghost thing out, then maybe that'll end up being points I don't get this run, but that is okay. But, you know, at this walking speed, we can take a quick look for a ghost kid.
There's no reason to use Alexander.
There's no reason to use that here. I clicked on myself. Come on.
Alexander feels a strange pulling sensation.
All that lady said was her son was dead. She didn't tell me where they died. She didn't tell me how. She only told me his name, and the only Ali I know is running the bookstore. But apparently the game thinks that explaining that to him isn't right.
Alexander feels a
Give me a second. I'm pulling up the instruction book for hints. I might not be able to figure that out. Okay. Yeah, had it pulled up from yesterday. There is nothing in there
Alexander
about
pulls out
the
his
realm of the
magic
dead
map.
stuff I ran into, so I'm just gonna do what I know I can do. Don't mind me, guys. I'm just gonna come over here. Because I'm fixing to get creative.
To paint something, Alexander must first choose a location where he wants to paint. The paint can then be used on that location. Feeling artistically inspired, Alexander decides to make use of the large blank castle wall. Ah, a doorway. Just what Alexander was thinking this wall needed.
And you didn't think to make it any taller?
With trepidation, Alexander gathers his strength for the enchantment of the painted door. Magic paint, black as ink. Bring to life what I think. Make it real what I draw, according to this spoken law. The spell worked. The door has magically solidified. Eager to be inside the castle at last, Alexander opens the enchanted door.
Pizza delivery.
And steps inside. The magic paint door fades back into the wall. So much for an easy exit.
Yep. Alright. Castle Exploration. That's a good name for this one. Okay, so
Alexander doesn't see any way of opening that door manually.
So
Alexander opens the dungeon door and slips inside.
Oh, this is a dungeon. Okay. Wait.
Mother?
I found him!
Mother, where are you?
What's the matter, little boy?
I'm my mother. I don't know why she would just leave me here. I've been alone ever so long. Mother? Mother, where are you?
Here you go.
You must be the son of the spirit I met in the realm of the dead. She gave me this handkerchief and asked me to tell you that she's waiting for you there.
It's Mama's. It even smells like her. I can feel her now. I know where to go.
Wait. Before you go, is there anything you can tell me about the castle?
I like to play in secret places. In the basement behind the Man of Steel is a door. Nobody except me knows it's there anymore.
Okay, so behind the suit of armor, there's a hidden door. Should be helpful.
Farewell.
Had to be creepy.
Alexander
Yeah,
opens
that's
the
nice.
door.
Let's see what's in this one. Looks cool. I like it. Great decoration.
Alexander. The cot looks uncomfortable, not to mention a little dusty.
That's great. Okay, so the dungeon doors. Not a big deal. Let's walk this way.
From the East Hall, Alexander hears the sounds of a door opening and a guard's footsteps trudging heavily down a flight of stairs. A closed door on the north wall bears a small brass plaque. The plaque reads, "Guard Room." Uh-oh.
I'm going in.
Alexander hears the clear sound of guard dog voices coming from behind the door. He decides opening the door wouldn't be wise.
Okay. Ow! I just took out Bowser. Oh, God. I'll pick him up later. I just hit my Bowser amiibo with my elbow. Gotta be sneaky sneak.
Alexander decides to evade the guard dog by ducking into another room.
Jolo!
Alexander hears the guard dog leave the basement. It seems he's safe for the moment.
Prince Alexander, I can't believe it.
While we talk to
How
Jolo,
did
I'm
you
gonna
get
pick up
into the
Bowser.
castle?
Well,
It's all the way
it's a
over
little
there.
hard to explain.
I bet. You run a terrible risk of being here, though. The castle is crawling with guard dogs.
There we go.
Especially today.
Got him.
The Wazir will have your hide if he finds you.
Put you up
I
there
know
so I
that,
don't hit my elbow again.
But Cosima is being married today. What greater risk is there than that?
Of course you're right. Young love. I forgot what heartburn it is. But what are you supposed to do about it?
I've got to try to see her. Maybe even stop the wedding.
Is that all? And here I thought you would try something dangerous. Oh.
Don't worry about me, friend. Just tell me, where is Cosima?
As far as I know, she's still in her bedroom upstairs. You'd never make it up there, though. The guard dogs are everywhere, and they're very loyal to the crown. Unfortunately, right now the crown means Al-Hazred. If we had proof of something truly afoul, the guard dogs might listen. As it is, they're your enemies, not his.
I understand. I've had no lack of enemies since I got here. In fact, you'd almost think I wasn't welcome.
And they say princes have no sense of humor. Well, I can see there's no putting you off. For Cosima's sake, I wish you luck. I'll be here if there's anything you need.
Thanks, Jalo.
Alexander doesn't want to intrude on Jalo's privacy by
I don't
looking
care
for
what
his
Alexander
trunk.
wants.
The circus notice belongs to
Oh, cool.
Jollo.
Is there anything else you can do that will help me in the castle?
I'm afraid not, Prince Alex. One will get past the guard dogs easier than two. Besides, I'm not much of a fighter. But if you intend to do as you've said, you should lose no time about it. The wedding will be starting before you know it.
He's got quick, clowny hands. He needs this.
I've been thinking of what you said about swapping a replica for the genie's lamp. I got this lamp from the old lamp seller in town. Do you think it will pass?
Why, yes! It's an exact replica. That's amazing. How did you guess?
I suppose it was intuition.
I'll have to wait for the right moment, mind you. But I should be able to get close enough to swap this for the real thing, and none shall be the wiser. Now you shall see Jollo's skill.
I'm sure your hands are mightier than my sword, my clever friend.
Go ahead and do as you've planned, and let me worry about swapping the lamp. If I accomplish the trickery, I'll manage to get the lamp to you somehow. You never fear.
I have faith, Jollo.
I
You
love
are
this.
a true friend.
Oh, shucks. I'd do anything for the princess.
See, after the pawn shop keeper, Jollo is my second favorite character. So, going out that door is definitely not an option. That's just not going to happen. So, let's see. No guard dog, no guard dog.
Alexander examines the suit of armor, but sees nothing special. Alexander sees nothing to do there on the wall. The castle basement is cool after the heat of the day. On the north wall is a door bearing a plaque, and in the west corner is a suit of armor. This is the north basement
and there's supposed
hallway.
to be a secret door somewhere.
Alexander examines the suit. In the corner is a suit of armor of ancient design. Its right arm beckons slightly.
There we go. Do I have something I could put in it? A scythe, maybe?
There's no reason to use that on the suit of armor.
Oh, there we go.
Remembering what the little boy ghost said, Alexander experiments with the suit of armor. He pushes down, then pulls up on the knight's right arm. A secret passage.
That I never would have known about had I not taken care of the ghost kid.
Alexander hears the sound of voices coming from nearby. Alexander peers through the chink in the wall.
Captain, I've been hearing rumors from the guards who've been watching the princess. They say lately she's been pounding on her door and begging to be let out. Ain't none of my business, sir, but news like that is upsetting the other dogs. Ain't no guard in the castle who would willingly keep the princess anywhere she don't want to be.
Hasrid claims that a foreign intruder is here to assassinate her. That's why she's got to be kept under lock and key, right up until the wedding.
Call me an old dog that can't learn new tricks, but I say the princess should be the one giving the orders.
Alhazred has been in charge for months, what with the king's death and Casima's mourning. Tonight, the wedding will seal it, and there's nothing we can do about it. Like him or not, he's our liege. Need I remind you of your oath to the crown?
Aye, we've an oath. For the sake of the princess, we'll not be forgetting it. He'd just better treat her well.
Speaking of the Wazir, what do you reckon he's keeping in that magical room of his?
It's not a magic room. It's just the door he's enchanted somehow. I say he's still got the royal treasury in there, along with whatever else he's so eager to protect. Not even the court treasurer is allowed in there anymore.
I heard him in the hall the other day. He was speaking of that door. Black magic is what I say. I heard him say Ali, but then Bay came up and started yapping at me.
Enough! It is not our place to question the practices of our liege, no matter how strange. The wedding will be starting soon. Report to the throne room when you hear the music start.
Okay, that was a little weird that the text box was broken. There we go.
Phew, that was a climb.
A single
Alexander
or two
hears
flights
the
of
faint
stairs.
sound of a woman crying nearby. Alexander peers through the chinks in the wall, trying to locate the source of the crying sounds. Alexander's palms begin to sweat and his heart to race. It's Cosima. He's phoned her.
Psst.
Hey, Draco.
Princess Cosima.
What? Who's there?
It is I, Alexander. I'm here behind this wall.
My, how suave that sounds.
Alexander?
Ow, ow. Claws, kitty.
It really is you. Oh, I knew you were close by, but how did you get inside the castle walls?
It's a long story and not important now. You did get my ring.
Forget it.
Oh, yes.
I want to cuddle you anyway.
It has brought me such comfort, Alexander, to know you were close by and had not forgotten. But you shouldn't be here. You're only endangering yourself.
I don't care about the danger. I would brave anything to learn.
This cat.
What is it?
Alhazred, do you want to wed him, Cosima?
Oh, Lord, no.
Oh, please believe me when I say that I never agreed to marry that man. Even when my father trusted Abdul absolutely. I never liked him. But with mother and father gone, I'm afraid there's no
Well, I had good news for
stopping
you,
him.
then.
If you do not wish to marry him, Cosima, you shall not. I promise you.
Will you quit pacing around the TV and
we
sit
shall
down?
escape.
How? I cannot fit through this wall. Besides, do you think I could leave my kingdom, my people, in Abdul's hands? But Abdul would tear the castle apart if I were to disappear from my room. You shall have to do what you can to delay his plans from your end.
I can't just leave you here.
Alexander, do not despair for me. I have been safe in this room for nearly 6 months now. Abdul can be in no hurry, whatever he plans. After all, I'm to be his bride, am I not? I have been planning too, you see. I believe I can escape. If I can only get a chance to lay my hands on a weapon, there might be an opportunity in the hustle of the wedding.
But I...
Shh, just a moment more, then you must go. Let us not waste time with words. Please, let me just look at you, dear Alexander.
Would this work?
Here, take this dagger. It's not much, but it might come in handy.
Why, it's perfect. This is just the sort of thing I've been looking for. Thank you, Alexander. I'll keep it close and use it if I must.
Cosima sent that ribbon to Alexander. Cosima wrote that note for Alexander. This
Oh, that's
is
all I
the
got now? Okay. Lucky rabbit's foot.
Oh no!
Damn it.
Someone's coming!
The lock on Cosima's door rattles abruptly.
Alexander, hurry! Step away before they see you!
Alexander hears scuffling and a woman's brief cry from the other side of the wall. Then, silence.
That's no good.
Alexander hears the sound of scratching coming from the other side of the wall. Alexander looks through the
Man,
chink
this
in the
castle's
wall.
falling apart.
Dear Shadrach, salutations from the Society of the Black Cloak, etc., etc. My long preparations are about to come to fruition. In a matter of minutes, I will wed the lovely Casima. Once I've established my power and my crown, I can stage another accident.
Woohoo.
The princess has proven infuriatingly stubborn, as you know. She's becoming quite a dangerous little thorn in my side. In a way, it is a shame I have to kill her. She is lovely and would be amusing to keep around, but I can't risk her talking treason to one of the guards. So far, I've managed to keep her locked away, but I can't continue that forever. Well, on to it now. I'd send her to you, but as you know, I had no luck in doing so with Mordak. I close in triumph. King Abdul al-Hazred.
So it was you that caused the whole Mordak thing.
I think it's about time to see if Shamir has taken care of the wench as I asked. It's almost time for the wedding.
Don't know when I'm supposed to use the mint leaf, but I think it's a defense.
The Wazir's words fill Alexander with blazing anger and fear for Casima's life.
That blackguard! That murderous swine! He'll not have his way if I have anything to say about it.
There's a vague outline of what appears to be a door on the wall.
Okay, just in case there's badness on the other side.
Alexander sees lots of black cloaks. Alexander opens the ebony box and looks inside. The box contains various trinkets and a scrap of paper with a word written on it. Inside the ebony box is a piece of paper with the word Zebu printed on it.
That's how you get through the door!
The trunk is locked. Alexander crawls back through the wardrobe to reach the secret passage.
I love how it's all coming together. How am I doing on points? Ooh. Ooh. 204 out of 231. Seriously, Alex, you couldn't figure out how to use stairs.
Alexander feels his pocket. Alexander sees...
Okay. I guess I can't go out the way I came in, which would make things too easy. That doesn't seem right. Why can't I open the door? There we go. Thought something was wrong there. Talk to the door.
Since the door on the west wall has no visible knob or handle, Alexander decides to try to open it with his voice. He composes his words carefully.
Listen, door. I would have you open. Ali Zebu.
It worked.
Heck yeah, it did.
Alexander pulls the drapery aside, curious as to what might lie underneath.
All the stolen items from the other things.
Alexander hesitates to take the treasures on the table without learning more about them. On the table is a strange-looking stone that's giving off an odd, high-pitched noise.
That must be the Isle of Wonders singing stone. Didn't the queens think that the beast had stolen it?
On the table is a fleece made of gold.
That fleece must belong to the Winged Ones, and they thought the Isle of Wonder had taken it.
On the table is a coat of arms with the head of a beast on the crest.
Beast said that his coat of arms was stolen by the Druids. This must be it.
On the table is a miniature oak tree.
I just got points for
It
each
looks
and every
very
one of those.
old.
That must be the sacred miniature oak that the Druids thought the Winged Ones stole.
As Alexander looks at the objects on the table, he realizes the depth of the Wazir's cunning. It must have been the Wazir or an accomplice who stole that one thing most precious to each island, and then leaked rumors that one of the other islands was responsible.
What did the Wazir have to gain by causing the islands to hate one another?
A gracefully curled trumpet hangs on the wall. Alas, the trumpet won't bring these walls tumbling down, and thus is of little use to Alexander. Decorative shields and spears made of gold hang on the treasure room walls. Alexander doesn't need the gold shield and spears. Besides, the soft gold wouldn't stand up well in a real battle. Alexander decides to leave the singing stone here. Alexander hears the sound of music coming from the east. It sounds somewhat classical, but... oh no, it's wedding music. Alexander hears a door off the north hall open. Then, the sound of guard dog footsteps. The footsteps are headed this way. Alexander hears the sound of a guard's footsteps coming from the north. Wait, there are more footsteps approaching from the west. Now what?
We just... here we go.
Alexander looks cautiously around the grand hall, but there are no guard dogs to be seen. The wedding music is coming from behind those two large doors.
This might be it coming up.
Prince Alexander, here, the Wazir will have my head for allowing you within a mile of the royal wedding. Since you are of noble birth, I will give you 5 seconds to explain your presence here before killing you. I warn you, it had better be good.
Let me tell you a tale. Gotta delete a few more.
Captain Saladin, consider. I know you cannot be blind to the Wazir's true nature.
My personal feelings have nothing to do with it. I serve the crown. You give me no excuse to save your life, Prince Alexander.
But Saladin...
yeah, it didn't work.
Tickets.
I might be stuck.
Next.
Evidently, Saladin is a dog to be reckoned with.
Wait! I'm a friend of Casima's. I have a note to prove it.
Wazir Al-Hazred said you were a danger to the princess. Even if she believes you to be a friend, I have no reason to doubt that the Wazir is right about you.
I have this.
That means nothing to me. Your time is running out. You give me no excuse.
But Saladin...
Alright. I know I've played through most of this without a guide, but I mean, I honestly have no idea. I have no idea, so I just need to look it up real quick and then move forward.
Evidently, Saladin is a dog to be reckoned with.
Just a second here. How do we convince Saladin to not kill me? I don't know. I don't want a video. I don't want to sit here and watch a video. Just give me something in text I can read real quick. I don't have what I need. Okay. This is why we save multiple times.
Alexander sees... Alexander opens the ebony box and looks inside. Inside the box... Alexander steps confidently out into the upstairs hallway.
Hey, who the... Don't just...
Crap.
I'll bet it's that saboteur fellow the Wazir warned us about. I say we run him through right here and now. No. Woof. The Wazir will run you through if he doesn't get a chance at the prisoner. Let's put him in the dungeon for safekeeping, then we'll go tell the captain.
Partner.
Aye, Wolf, you're right. Let's go. You'll stay in here until we find out what the Wazir wants to do with you.
The guard dogs leave Alexander to his fate, locking the door noisily behind them. Alexander wonders how he'll get out of this one.
Psst.
Oh,
Prince
cool.
Alex. Jallo, what are you doing here?
Never mind. Quick, before the guard dog patrol
So
comes
if I get thrown in
around
again, I'll use the skeleton key, I'm pretty sure.
But how did you know I was...
This is no place to talk, Alexander. Just trust that I know everything that goes on in this castle. Now, be more careful. If you get caught again, I don't know if I'll be able to get you out.
Since the door on the...
Okay, let's do this.
worked. The initials AA are embroidered on the drapery.
AA? That must stand for Abdul Al-Hazred.
Dude's drapery is monogrammed? Seriously?
Alexander pulls the... On the table. As Alexander...
What did the...
So I gotta figure out how to get into his room.
Alexander hears a door off the north hall open.
No!
I think I'm a little lost. I was looking for the wedding and...
Be quiet. The Wizir told us to look out for a saboteur. My nose tells me that's you. Guards!
Alexander watches helplessly.
Yeah. Throw me in here. Let me use the skeleton key.
I think someone must have let our prisoner loose, Ralph.
Who would be crazy enough to do that, Hal?
I don't know,
I don't know, but
buddy.
if I find out, that traitor will be sorry. Let's keep an extra sharp eye in the halls. We'll make sure no one can get near him again.
Right, Hal.
The guard dogs slam the door and lock it. Alexander unlocks the door with his skeleton key and quickly makes his escape. Alexander opens the secret.
Okay. Now I need to get into Al-Hazred's writing room somehow. Okay.
A door leads into the hall. There's a keyhole in the door.
Okay.
Alexander sees nothing of interest in that part of the bedroom. There's a box of ebony. A fire in a small hearth warms the bedroom. Alexander opens the ebony box and looks inside. The brush is old and small. The bottle contains only a small amount of black ink, most of it dried at the bottom. Finding Cosima is no game of chance.
Okay. If I go up the stairs, I'm going to look in and... How in...
Alexander crawls...
How in the crap stick am I supposed to get Al-Hazred's note?
Alexander looked... The Wizir's study is now empty.
I hate that this has devolved into me looking up things. Nothing I have is going to help me any. Because I can't just paint another door, can I?
Alexander sees no use for that item there.
Alright, this is a pointless, so it shouldn't provide spoilers. Come on. Problem is, I'm through most of the game. This is the end game, so... Well, I found something I can do. I'm an idiot.
Alexander inserts the skeleton key in the trunk's lock and turns it.
You'd think I would have figured that out.
Alexander opens the trunk. Alexander picks up the most recent letter and examines it. The letter is addressed to Abdul al-Hazred from the wizard Shadrach. It reads, "Greetings to a brother of the Black Cloak. I was sorry to hear of great Mordak's death, though he was a bit of a ninny at chess. It seems the plans for that little kingdom of yours are coming along. I must congratulate you on your handling of the king and queen. Isolating the islands so that no protest could develop was another brilliant stroke. It looks like there's not much left to stand in your way. Do as I recommended with the girl, and you shall have your crown."
Looks like they actually wrote it out.
That fiend!
Okay, now I've got what I need. Now I don't feel completely
Alexander
stupid.
crawls back through the wardrobe to reach the secret passage.
Okay, I should be able to figure the rest of it out from here. God, I feel dumb. If something is locked, use the skeleton key. Period. We already looked at the... Yeah, we already looked at this stuff in the treasury. Let's go ahead and save.
Uh-oh, guard dogs.
Got an intruder.
Jallo keeps his desk neat and tidy. A cozy little fire is ablaze in Jallo's fireplace.
Okay, so I can't go upstairs until there's wedding music? So I did that. Jallo can't help me.
Alexander hears the clear sound of... Alexander opens the secret passage. Alexander takes another look. Captain Saladin has left, and the other two guard dogs are talking too quietly for Alexander to hear them.
But I have done, like, everything that I can.
Alexander. Cosima is gone. Where could they have taken her? How could he have let them take her?
A fine rescuer I'm
It's a hole in the wall, dude. You can't do much with that. Okay, and then that just leads to the study. So I just, what? I run laps in the basement until the wedding music starts?
Alexander doesn't see... Since the door...
Listen, door.
Did I not do this?
It worked.
I did.
Alexander decides to leave the singing... The Isle... The Winged Ones... Beasts... The Druid... Alas, the trumpet won't bring these walls tumbling down, and thus is of little use to Alex.
There we go.
Alexander hears the sound of music coming from the east. It
Excuse me while I
sounds
throw my
somewhat
phone
classical,
around.
but oh no, it's wedding music.
Yeah, it's nice.
Alexander hears. Alexander looks cautiously
around. We know this
around.
much.
The wedding music is coming from behind those two large doors.
Prince Alexander, here, the Vizier will have my head for allowing you within a mile of the royal wedding. Since you are of noble birth, I will give you 5 seconds to explain your presence here before killing you. I warn you, it had better be good.
Oh yeah.
Wait. If you love your princess, you'll hear me out. The Vizier is not what he appears to be. Cosima is in terrible danger. I have proof that this is so. For your princess's sake, you must believe me.
Let me see that.
Saladin reads the letter, his sword point still against Alexander's throat. Alexander watches the guard dog's noble face darken with rage.
This is treason. I'll have his throat. But how do I know this letter is not a forgery? You could have written this yourself.
But I did not. Have you no doubts of your own about Ahazred? Don't you see? All he wants is the crown. Cosima is being coerced. We must stop the wedding.
It is true. I have had my suspicions about the Vizier, especially when King Califim and Queen Alaria died. But I have seen Cosima with him several times. She appears to be quite happy, even enthusiastic. I don't believe she could love him if he truly were so wicked.
I cannot believe for a moment that she loves that snake.
A jilted lover would not believe it. But come, see for yourself.
Here we go. Time to drug the genie.
The captain of the guard leads Alexander into the throne room, where a ceremony seems to be in progress. Alexander feels his blood run cold at the sight.
I, Cosima, declare Abdul al-Hazred as my lawful and beloved husband and king of this realm.
But, Cosima, what are you saying?
Do you still claim that the princess is being forced? Perhaps it's you that's the danger, as the Vizier has said.
Alexander will have to get closer to the bride to give her anything. Alexander approaches the wedding party.
Prince Alexander here? This is an outrage! How dare you allow this traitor to get past you, Saladin? You stupid mutt! Can't you even keep the castle free of assassins during your own princess's wedding? Kill him! Kill him now!
Lord Alhazred, with all due respect, you are not quite king yet. And this is a wedding ceremony, not an execution.
What? How dare you contradict me, you flea-bitten mongrel! I gave a direct order. Obey me, or feel my wrath.
Milady, I apologize for my behavior, but I am yours to command in all things. I wanted merely to hear your own wishes from your own lips. Tell me what it is that you wish me to do with this young man, and I will obey.
Why, Captain, you heard my dear Abdul. If he wishes this atrocious young man's death, then I want nothing more than to see him get his wish. Obey thy liege now and always.
As you wish, Princess.
Just as Saladin prepares to run Alexander through with his sword, a shout is heard from the direction of the Grand Hall.
Hold! In the name of the true king!
King Caliphim and Queen Ilaria burst into the throne room, looking alive and well and full of wrath. Behind them, a line of supporters look prepared to battle, if necessary, for their beloved royal couple.
Cosima, darling, are you all right? Has he hurt you?
Hands off of her, you murderous goat!
If I want your advice, I'll ask for it, Mother.
But, Caliphim, that's not Cosima. I'd know my daughter anywhere.
What have you done with our daughter, you devil?
The lovely image of Cosima suddenly bursts into smoke and is replaced by the Wazir's genie.
Why, you conniving serpent!
Get him, guards! Saladin, your sword!
Drat it all! You may have ruined my plans, but you won't get me, or your precious Cosima. Get them, Shamir! I command you!
He's getting away! Stop him!
Yes, sire, as soon as I deal with this genie.
Shamir, the Wazir's genie, begins to throw balls of dazzling light at the guard dogs. Alexander doesn't have time to deal with the genie now. Alhazred has left the throne room and may be on his way to the real Cosima.
God, he's killing everybody. Well, there's points I won't get because I never got the bottle from Jalo. Hopefully I can take care of this.
Alexander, be careful. Alhazred has a sword.
Shut up, wench! Shamir Shamazel! Get in here!
Here I am, master!
It's about time, you bumbling fool! How could you let him follow me?
Well, there were the guard
Maybe
dogs,
I'm okay.
master.
Maybe I'm
and
okay.
then...
Never mind! Just kill him! Kill him now!
As you wish, master. Razzle, dazzle, snap and snazzle!
Alexander, I did it!
Sweet.
I swapped the lamps! Here, quick, take it!
Bless you, Jalo. I knew you could do it. Now get clear, friend.
No argument there, my lord. Good luck!
Jalo, best character.
Shamir Shamazel, hold your spells. I am your master now. I order you to go back into your lamp.
How did you get my lamp? You thief! You've ruined me!
My lamp!
Oh, thank Valhalla! I hated working for that loathsome creature. I already feel his nastiness leaving me. How I've longed for a master like you.
Huzzah.
I've got a new master. I've got a new master. So, you are a thief as well, Alexander. Stealing the lamp was very clever, I'll grant you that. But I am the master thief. Face my sword if you dare. The man left standing shall have the lamp.
So shall it be, Alhazred. I don't need the genie to deal with a coward like you.
Inspiration. Alexander fixes upon the only weapon in sight.
Convenient. Oh, and it's ridiculously heavy.
Zounds! This sword must weigh a ton.
Good. Then you shall only fail sooner, my prince. So, the mouse would bite?
This mouse shall bite, as you shall soon see. Or should I say, soon feel?
Ha! You can barely lift that sword, my prince. Better to lay it down now. I promise to dispatch you with little pain.
A tempting offer. But I think I'll wait and see what this sword can do.
Suit yourself.
Oh, come on. Come on. There we go. Don't you sucker punch me. Here we go. Here we go.
Alexander's arms start to tremble under the effort of wielding the huge sword. His muscles are nearing exhaustion.
Ha! And so
You
it
think
ends.
that?
Not if I can help it, you murderer!
Cosima thrusts the small dagger into Alhazred's shoulder with
Atta
all
girl.
her might.
Ah! You dare raise a finger to me? You will regret that, princess.
Not if I knock you out cold. Perfect score! Perfect score! I did everything! I did everything!
Cosima, are you all right?
I'm fine, Alexander. I was just so
And I only needed to
afraid
look
for
up
you.
like 3 things
There's no
throughout the
need to
entirety
fear
of that
anymore,
playthrough.
Princess.
Yes, I know. How can I ever repay you? For myself, for my kingdom.
It was not in me to let harm come to you. Can you find it in you, Princess, to give me more than your gratitude?
Alexander, what are you saying?
I love you, Cosima. Would you ever consider... Do you think you could... marry me?
Could you ever have doubted it, my prince?
The extent of your interactions with each other has literally been less than 24 hours.
Oh! Guards!
Princess Cosima, are you well?
I'm quite well, thank you. Please take Abdul and put him in the dungeon. See to it that he gets a doctor.
Yes, Majesty.
You're too kind. I was gonna say, you better follow behind him. Okay, so gathering a mint leaf was just a side quest thing? I didn't have to use it for anything? 1 week later, after they finally got to know each other.
Cosima and Alexander ask
You know,
Captain
repair the
Saladin to perform their
relationship of
wedding
the islands.
ceremony.
Hey, Draco.
Saladin is honored to do
What's
so.
doing, kitty kid?
On this historical day of great joy in the land of the
don't fall.
Green Isles, we witness the union of Cosima, beloved princess of this
bedtime.
realm, and Alexander, Prince
Yeah, it's
of
about bedtime.
Daventry. Do you, Prince Alexander of Daventry, take Princess Cassima to be your wife, to love and to cherish for as long as you both shall live?
I do.
And do you, Princess Cassima of the land of the Green Isles, take Prince Alexander to be your husband, to love and to cherish for as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Do you have a ring?
I have Alexander's royal insignia ring.
Very good. Please place the ring on Cassima's finger.
That's a good thing I have something.
Who gives this bride to be wed?
Her mother and I willingly give our daughter's hand in wedlock.
Who will speak for the groom?
I will. Alexander's mother and I recognize his marriage to Princess Cassima with glad hearts, and sanction this union.
Then,
Thank you, King
Alexander
Graham.
and Cassima, I now pronounce you man and wife.
Playable character of the previous
You
game.
may kiss the bride.
Hooray! Hooray! Hooray!
Congratulations, my children. I have an important question for you both. Please hear me.
Yes, sire?
Alexander, I welcome you into our family with open arms. I place trust in Alhazred because I so badly wanted a son and a husband for my beloved daughter. I was wrong. But you are true and good, Alexander. You have proven yourself to all my people.
Please
Thank
sit
you,
down.
sire.
Alaria and I have been through much. Even though we have returned to our kingdom, I do not think we are able to reign again. Will you two consider the crown? I know, as king and queen, you can heal this small kingdom from all the damage that Alhazred has inflicted upon it.
Oh, Father.
Why, I'm honored. What do you think, Cassima?
I love my homeland, Alexander. I would be happy to stay and serve it all my days.
Father, I believe I'm needed here. Would you be very disappointed if...
Son, you must follow your destiny. I do believe the land of the Green Isles needs you. You'll be a magnificent king, though dearly missed in Daventry.
Then, I accept.
Oh, my boy, what a man you've become. And how I will miss you.
Don't worry, Mother. With Shamir's powers, we'll be able to visit often. I'm not about to forget my family.
Congratulations, Alexander. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you,
And
dear
playable
sister.
character of the next game.
Oh,
Along with your mother.
Alexander, I'm so glad. Between the return of my beloved parents and our new reign, you've made me so happy.
I'm glad I could make up for some of your suffering, my beautiful wife.
Congratulations, King Alexander. When we return home to Daventry, your crew will be glad to hear that their battle at sea was worthwhile in bringing forth a new monarch.
We were so worried when your men arrived home without you, son. I'm so thankful that you are safe and happy.
And I am as grateful that my crew did not pay for my driven heart.
Considering that's the first you've heard
You
of
have
their
only
fate
brought
the
us
entire
all good fortune, sire. With Shamir saved and his power used for good, reuniting the islands will be far easier. He has already repaired the ferry. Your road will be easier now that the islands are no longer feuding. Already the wounds are starting to heal.
Yes, my love. Discovering the island's stolen treasures has done more to bring peace to this land than anything else. It is now clear that Alhazred had Shamir steal each of the island's most valued treasures, then blame the thefts on others to cause the islands to hate each other.
Now let us
An explanation
celebrate
that
our
I already
good
knew and
fortune.
didn't need.
The evil that has plagued this land is done, and a new reign begins. Long live King Alexander and Queen Cassima.
Long live King Alexander! Long live Queen
You know what you're doing.
Cassima! Long live the land of the Green Isles! Hooray! Hooray! Hooray!
You better clean all this up, Shamir. confetti gets everywhere. Look at Jalo and his happy ass. Oh, man. Thank you for playing. On top of that, got the perfect score.
You seem so far
Oh, man.
and I just need to hear your voice.
I forgot they did like a full song for the end of this. And weren't the 90s great?
I just need to hear you say if you would
Can't skip
have
it.
me go or stay.
Don't know if there's anything afterwards, but that was King's Quest 6.
Girl in the tower, I'm reaching out. Please tell me what to do. Girl in the tower.
You know what? I'm pretty certain that this is the ending, so this is just where I'm going to go ahead and sign off. So, yeah, thanks to everyone that stopped by. I really do appreciate it. This was fun to get me back into a streaming mentality. Hopefully I will improve to the point where I can get back to the old schedule, but as it stands right now, I am going to work on just playing. Not necessarily what's on schedule, just playing. So, but of course it's going to be stuff that I want to play, which will help me feel better about playing more. So, but as always, just keep an eye on Twitter, and I will see you guys when I see you next. I do really want to get back into Earthbound, so that may be what I do tomorrow if I can get it set up proper. And yeah, we'll just take things from there. So again, thank you, and I will see you next time. Thank you for playing, and I'll see you next game. Bye-bye!